We're in Carrie Bridge on the fringes of Lough Erne, and we're here for two reasons. First of all, this is one of the most peaceful, beautiful places to go boating in the United Kingdom, and also because since 2013 it's been the home of Westwood boats. It was bought by the Irish dealer, and now they want to transform the current range, which consists of the A405 and the C405. So we're here on A405 hull number 1 to use it for a couple of days and see what the boat is all about. So the general layout of this boat will be familiar to anybody who knows the sort of aft cabin style, which means you have this raised helm area / living area. This is where all of the outside living is done, really, apart from maybe the bow. It's very sociable, it's where you eat. You have the table here, you have the twin help seats, and of course a fantastic driving position. On this boat you also have a sink and a fridge, but you can have a cockpit griddle as well. And it's downstairs in the interior where Westwood has made the real changes, so let's go down there and have a look. Now the layout down here isn't that different from the aft cabin norm. You have the master cabin in the stern with the walk around bed, loads of headroom, lots and lots of light from the transom window and an ensuite. Then your VIP cabin is at the other end of the boat, again ensuite. On this boat amidships you have the galley and opposite a lower dinette, but you can have this as another twin cabin if you want it to be. But what the guys here have done that's very different from the old Westwood is the use of materials and how modern it feels. You have Wenge wood, you have zebra wood, all beautifully varnished, white leather, white countertops on the galley, really funky glass coffee table. It feels far more contemporary, and it's also very, very light because of the use of glazing in this entire area. Right, that's enough talking about it. Let's go and explore this wonderful cruising area. So we're out on the upper lock now, it's upper and lower lock, and the amazing thing about this place is, first of all, it's incredibly peaceful. We're the only boat how it is. Early season, it's June, but still we have the entire place to ourselves. It's very shallow. This part of the lake is sort of 4.5 feet under the keel here, but in the middle of the lower lake you get up to sort of 80 feet, or maybe even more than that, hundreds of feet. And it's all very easy. Navigation is just posts in the middle of the river. One side's white, you go that side, one side's red, you avoid. Wherever there's, you're sort of away from marinas, you can go whatever speed you want, there's no speed limit, we're just cruising along now to take it all in. But the best thing is how relaxing and easy all of this is. Life is slow, the pace is slow, it's quiet, it's restful. Totally different to what you're used to if you're an offshore boater. Somewhat amazingly, these immaculate pontoons, there are 61 of them on Lough Erne, are totally free for public use. They're maintained by Waterways Ireland, and you can tie up, stay for a couple of days, totally free of charge, and just shuffle off and move on to the next one. Absolutely amazing. So this is Carrie Bridge Marina. This is where the new Northern Irish Westwood operation is run from. The boats are actually built over at Enniskillen Airport, but this is where the boats sort of put into the water, and you can even keep your boat here free of charge for a first season to explore Lough Erne and use your boat in these lovely surroundings before it gets shipped off to wherever you want it. And it's a fantastic facility and a great place to use as a base for the couple of days that we're here. It's our second and sadly our final day here on Lough Erne, but the weather is absolutely beautiful, nice and still, clear blue skies and warm. So we're going to get on the A405, head into Enniskillen and see what's about. Absolutely gorgeous out here now, and we've got the entire waterway to ourselves, apart from the cattle, of course. Now you can go as fast as you want down these strips, but you know, really, why would you? When weather like this, hoot along, we're doing 8 knots, soak it all up, get to your destination nice and slowly. This is another example of the public pontoons that are totally free to use. This one particularly good because you can easily camp around it, and as you can see here, these people just pitch up in their sports boats, stick the tent up, and then the whole waterway, you can, as long as you're not in a speed limit area, you can do water sports wherever you want. So as you can see, these guys over here skiing, perfect conditions for it. And all in all, a very nice setup indeed. One of the public pontoons just so happens to be attached to the Killy Hevelin Hotel, which makes for an absolutely idyllic lunch spot. Not a bad view from the boat at all. Not only is this a very tranquil and picturesque place to leave your boat for a couple of hours, it's also attached to a massive shopping centre. So very easy to come down here, get provisions and keep going on. And not a bad place to stop whatsoever. So we've just left Enniskillen and we're heading back towards Carrie Bridge where the boat is moored, and we're going back past our lunch stop, the hotel where we stopped with the pontoon outside. But this is such a perfect day trip length. It's an hour down to Enniskillen, the same back. Nice slow pace, 8 knots, and it really is in this weather. Very, very relaxing. Navigation signage very clear on the waterways. Usually 5 knots or no wash around congested areas, around marinas, and then when it opens up, you get up the speed a bit. As you can see here, you've got people down the lake doing a bit of water sports. No one seems to give you too much hassle about wash as long as you're sensible. Well, the Westwood's all wrapped up and we've come to the end of a fantastic couple of days here. Gorgeous evening to finish off our time. And what we found is an absolutely amazing cruising area, bit of a hidden gem I'd say. Totally different if you're used to offshore boating, very relaxed, no tides to worry about, very simple navigation, and it's really just such a lovely slow paced way of life and way of boating, and the boat fits that very well. You know, the interior may be a bit of an acquired taste on this particular one, but that's something that Westwood were trying to do. They were trying to shake off the traditional image, and they've certainly done that. But the boat's performed flawlessly over the last couple of days, and we look so forward to seeing what Westwood do going forward from now.